good to be here. Friday night mic drop, 3rd of January 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. A little early tonight because normally my Friday nights are free. I usually have a matinee show on Fridays. This Friday, though, towards the end of the year, we're doing things a little different, and we have a show tonight at 8. So I wanted to do the Friday night mic drop from home on YouTube, of course. And thank you so much for joining me. 14 folks out there. Sheila Sutton and Jeannie, hello, and Heather. Awesome. Annie B. I saw John Jeffords, Christine out there, I'm sure. Appreciate y'all tuning in. So I don't know how long tonight's going to be. Got a few extra things I got going on, but hey, Beth Ann, how you doing? What's your thoughts on last night? Hey, Jill, how you doing? What's your thoughts last night on the ETA Files? First episode with Doug Church. Very, actually, kind of funny. It was probably the easiest thing in the world. Asked Doug if he wanted to be on. He said yes. We did an interview. He's in the process of getting new photos and video, so he didn't have any photo or video. I did get an email saying, hey, you should have had their performance on there or whatever. And yeah, and if people will send me that stuff, I'll get it. And I have for the upcoming ones like Jimmy Holmes and for Moses Snow. Just, throughout. I'm not going to be able to put any audio to it, obviously, because we'll get a copyright strike, so we don't want to do that. But, I think it's just fun to get to know these guys. You know them from the stage. You see, you and you think you know them. And that's what's kind of cool about this process. And then why I consider myself so lucky and blessed to be in this business, in this world of ETAs. It's very talented people. A lot of you knew about King Tenued, but you didn't know the story behind it, which is, kind of a, like you said, a cautionary tale for sure. So, Linda Wilkinson, how you doing? Good to have you on. Julie, of course. Julie got the big teddy bear New Year's Eve at Legends in Concert. All right, let's see here. Beth Ann, turkey, gobble, gobble. Yeah, February 15th. If he's in PA, absolutely catch him. So got some really good stuff going on. Obviously, the next few days are going to be a little crazy. I've got multiple interviews, still trying to get everything done for the road. It's kind of crazy. Here, I'll share with something with you all in case you're slightly even interested. Let's see here. Give me a second to pull up my calendar. So what do you guys think about this weather, this cold weather snap that's coming? It's kind of crazy, right? I think, let me see here. Well, Amy just got home and turned on the heat. So sorry about the extra noise. Okay, yeah. So I've got on the ETA Files, like I said, I've got Moses Snow coming up on the 9th. These are all Thursdays. On the 9th, Lou Vudo, legend from the Memories Theater days and Pigeon Forge, will be on the 16th. I'm recording him, I believe, tomorrow, which will be cool. On the 23rd, Jimmy Holmes. The 30th is Dwight Eisenhower. And then starting into February the 6th, Elvis tribute artist Tony Roy. He is a legend of legends. Worked with Legends in Concert for a year, went out and did his own show. One of the guys that performed on Broadway, huge voice. Doug Church, the voice of Elvis, literally has said, Tony is awesome. And they're all awesome in their own rights, but Tony had an accident a few years back and has been through it, man. But it's just good to talk to him, and we're saving that one for the beginning of February. So if you're interested, check those out. Christine, yuck. We're supposed to get maybe an inch of ice. An inch of ice. Well, anyways, the bottom line is, I guess my schedule looks like I'm going to be leaving. I'll probably be leaving either the 7th or the 8th. So I'll be leaving this coming Tuesday. Tuesday or Wednesday, just depends on the weather. I might give myself an extra day just because I guess this polar vortex is coming through. Interesting. And so, but we've got some amazing episodes coming up on the Ryan Files. The 7th, these are all Tuesdays. Next week is Josh Heston. We're going to be talking about cryptids of the Ozarks, which is awesome. Then an interview that I just did today on the 14th, January 14th, with Tim Swartz. He's an author. He's a television producer. And, man, he gets into some really cool things. We talked about his book called Mimics, The Others Among Us. Species that look like human, but they're not really human. They are in our lives and governments and whatnot. Very interesting episode. So tune in for that one. Kind of wild and creepy. We get into all kinds of things from interdimensional beings to Bigfoot to the spiritual realm and the Montauk Project and Stranger Things, and which is a television series, of course, and the Gateway Process and astral projections and all this stuff. So just check it out. It's awesome. And Tim is a very, very knowledgeable individual, no doubt about it. He was fun to interview. I felt so bad when I first reached out to him. I got his contact information. I reached out to him, and his name is Tim R. Swartz, Swartz. And just because I'm a fan of Spaceballs, I guess, I typed his name Schwartz. May the Schwartz be with you. And before I had a chance to, I read over the email and everything. I didn't catch it, and then I sent it, and it was already sent. It was out there in the universe, and God bless him. He was very nice to not hold that against me. I'm as dumb as I look. Anyways, that'll be Tim Swartz will be on the 14th, and we're going to talk about his book, Mimics, The Others Among Us, as well as some other books, and just a wild range of topics. Great interview. After first, going to be talking with George Trillinger, who is an amateur expert, you will, about John F. Kennedy. Has done a lot of his own research and whatnot. We're going to be talking about John F. Kennedy, the Kennedy family, Camelot, the assassination, all the crazy stuff around that scenario. That'll be fun on the 21st. On the 28th, we're going to have Randy Grindstaff, who is, if you remember the episode about Hurricane Helene, the individual Andrew, who is a relative of mine, he had a really strong accent, but his microphone, it was a really difficult to hear. So I had to put subtitles in, and he thought it was because of his accent. And he does have a strong accent, but that wasn't it. It was just a bad connection. So, anyways, his father is going to be on that day, and we're going to be talking about prepping, prepping 101, and why you're not, some psycho if you just have a little bit, if you're just ready for the events that could happen. And we've seen it, over the past 4 or 5 years of life, crazy things can happen. The world can shut down, and, people are going out and buying toilet paper. Maybe they need to be buying water. We'll talk about all that stuff. So there's some really cool episodes and other things coming up. Once I get back, that'll take us into February, obviously. Once I get back, there'll be some other episodes I'll talk to you about. I'm going to be going on some road trips and doing some fun things. So really excited about both podcasts, the Ryan Files and ETA Files. It's just been a lot of fun. I knew that I needed to separate them out from each other in a way, even though here we are doing a mic drop for kind of both. But the bottom line is you get around to it. But the ETA files is just really nice to be able to. I'm lucky, like I said, to have relationships with these guys and just to be able to talk and bring their story to you and where you get to see behind the scenes. And I think that's what everyone wants, is just to be able to see a little bit behind the scenes, who these people really are and some of the stories and craziness that goes on in the Elvis world. So let's go ahead and just take a look at some comments here. Deneen, hey. Deneen's the one who told me I needed to have them sing or show a performance, and I just said, yeah, we can't have it because of, but I do show their performance, how they look and move and whatnot, but not their vocals. But you can find them on your own, I'm sure, or go see them in person. John, to buy a bootleg copy of 2 upcoming ETA podcasts. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, John. You know, when you upload videos to YouTube, they tell you put it up as unlisted until it's had a couple hours to go through checks and whatnot, and then then you can put it up. However, and I did that, and for some reason, some people were able to get, even though it was unlisted. I don't get that. I don't know. So I'll either turn it to private or just wait to upload it. I wanted to get it uploaded because I've got like basically 10 episodes of data in my computer that needs all to be edited, which takes a bit. That's the longest process of doing this, is the editing. But I wanted to get as much as I can in the can before I go on the road. So I basically have all of January in the can. I will, at least after the next couple of days. So that's exciting. Let's see what else we got up here. Yeah, John. And yeah, the T-shirt. John mentioned a T-shirt. And that is kind of honestly what I was thinking of. This logo right here would make a pretty cool T-shirt, no doubt about it. So we'll talk about that. Let's see. Great. Yeah, some really cool stuff coming up, and the road trips, by the way. And this is just something I've been wanting to do, anyways. Finn is not technically MIA. She is sleeping right now, but I was interviewing Tim. And Tim's like this older gentleman who's very, wise, and looks like a college professor with glasses and very serious, and we're having this conversation, and boom, Finn jumps up in front of the camera and lays down right in front of the camera. All the places in the world. She could have come up on the desk, anything. And it was so funny because he busted out laughing. He goes, "Oh," he goes, "that's a black kitty. Oh, wait, it's a tuxedo kitty." And he goes, "I have to shut the door to my office or else there'd be 3 of them in here." So it was kind of cool. But Finn right now is in the spare bedroom, sleeping on the bed. I went in there several times. She's just soppy. It's so funny when they just bundle up and they're so warm and soppy. But she's been hearing my voice all day, so I think that she's used to it. That's the thing, like, it's kind of quiet. I've been here. Amy was working all day, and I've been here. And, I don't sit and talk all the time. And, if I'm editing, it's just kind of quiet. And so it's just funny that when I start talking, Finn is like, "Whoa, what's up?" And she has to be around until it wears out, and then she just goes and sleeps like kitties do. So pretty cool. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate you guys tuning into the ETA files. That podcast is going to be different than the Ryan Files for sure. I think that the Elvis fan base is a strong fan base. I don't think that the Elvis fan base is necessarily a ET or a Ryan Files fan base. Some people for sure, not everyone. And I think that's proved out in the data. So I think that ETA Files will probably grow faster. And if you are interested in helping out with that, like I said, make sure you tell your friends to subscribe to the channel and share the videos. Share it on the link on your social media. Under every video, doesn't matter if it's a live one or not, there's a little button that says share. All right, you can click that, you can copy the link, and then you can paste it in your Facebook or your Instagram, or what? No, not your Instagram, I guess, but your X account, whatever. You can share it, and just get the word out and tell people to subscribe. And yeah, I'm looking forward to growing that channel. In the same way that I have a passion for that, but it's a different kind of passion. I have a huge passion for stuff of the Ryan Files, and I'm sure that probably shows. But anyways, let me see here. Yeah, there's a lot of Bigfoot stuff coming up, ironically enough. The next 2 episodes, we do talk about Bigfoot for sure. I think it's where it comes to you in Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, sorry. From Alabama. Oh, that's cool. Brenda Castleberry coming from Alabama to see us at Louisville. You'll meet Julie there. Let's see here. There's going to be a get together at Wind Creek with Tony and Sheila Sutton, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we get closer to it. Is anybody at all coming to? Let's see. I guess it would have to be any of the Elvis birthday tribute tour shows and Wind Creek or Atlantic City. There's a specific reason I asked that. So we're talking about the Skokie, Illinois, Rockford, Illinois, Gary, Indiana, Cleveland, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky, or Indianapolis, Indiana. Is anybody coming to one of those shows that is also coming to Wind Creek and or Atlantic City? Anybody at all? The reason why I ask Okay, so Brenda, Lynn. Okay, yeah, Brenda, Julie. Cool. We'll be at Skokie, Rockford, and Gary only. All right. Okay, no big deal. I'll ship the bears. It's no big deal. I got so many teddy bears right now. It's ridiculous. And it takes up a lot of room. But I used to ship them, get them shipped from the manufacturer. But man, their prices they're really expensive, and their shipping is outrageous. And certain times of the year, you can find teddy bears at a variety of stores at a great price, especially if they're getting their Valentine's Day stuff out early, like the beginning of January, which I hit it I hit a gold mine this year as far as that goes. But I will have to ship some of the bears, and if someone was going to come to any of those shows, I was going to have them take the bears I need for Wind Creek and Atlantic City, but nobody is, so it's all good. Let's see. Is there anything else going on? Anybody hear these wild theories about the mist over Christmas? Multiple days of misty weather over Christmas, and apparently it's all around the world was kind of like that, and they're saying that there was something untoward in that mist, which is interesting. And then also today, Sean Ryan, who has a podcast, and Timothy Alberino, which I'm not sure if he watched the podcast and just kind of restated it or whatever, but a lot of news about these drones. Now they're saying it's China. They're advanced technology drones, and we're having a difficult time tracking them and blah, 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 blah. And they're putting them, and we're choosing not to do anything because we don't know how to retaliate. And then that they're doing that because there's an impending attack on Taiwan coming, and if the U.S. steps in any way, the drones are already in place to retaliate against the U.S. That's interesting. Fun for the whole family. Have a great weekend. Yeah, who knows? Crazy world we live in. No doubt about it. Crazy world. Anyway, it is about 5:18. I am going to bring us to a little bit of a close here, and then go. And I got some errands to run before the show tonight. So I've been trying to lose weight. It's been a week since Doug Bruin, Alan Jackson, challenged me to a weight loss battle before the end of the run here, which ends tomorrow. But so far I've lost 12 pounds in 1 week. So it's pretty good. And I'm hoping to lose at least 8 more, maybe 10 more. We'll see by the time we get to the shows on the road. But it'll be good to see everyone. Just to recap, this coming next week, actually, it's technically next week. We're going to have Thursday in Skokie, Illinois. Friday at the Hard Rock Casino in Rockford, Illinois. Saturday, Hard Rock Casino in northern Indiana, Gary, Indiana. And then Sunday, Playhouse Square in Cleveland, Ohio. So looking forward to those shows and getting to see some awesome people. The Cleveland show is my birthday. I'll be a big old 5'2", 52 years old, which is awesome. I'm going to go spend some couple days at least with my folks, which will be nice. And then the following weekend, I'll see Margaret over Staten Island. That'll be fun. Staten Island at the St. George Theater in New York, Staten Island. And then come back to do the second week of the Elvis Birthday Tribute Tour, which is always fun. And I think I'll drive home after that and then fly to Wind Creek and I'll fly to Philadelphia, drive to Wind Creek, drive to Atlantic City, drive to Philadelphia, fly home. So it's going to be a busy week, or a busy month, but looking forward to it. And there might be some things along the way that I'll be able to record. I'm going to take all my recording gear to maybe be able to do some episode stuff out on the road. I do have some exciting ones coming up. Like I said, once I get back, there's 3 distinct structures within a couple hours of where I live here. And I do want to do stuff about like the Spook Light easy for me to say, Spook Light Road in Joplin with the Joplin Spook Lights. It's really cool, kind of an episode I'm planning on doing. But there's 3 structures within a couple hours drive of Branson that are all made of this limestone quartz granite, and they're all haunted, and they're all a little out of place. Why are there castles? They're basically castles, all 3 of these structures. I mean, why? One's in Arkansas. It's a Crescent Hotel, one of the most haunted places, I guess, in the United States, which will be interesting. Going to get down there and got some inside information, I think, on that. So we're going to try to, get a tour behind the scenes, some real cool stories, maybe stay there, see what happens, blah, 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 blah. That'll be a fun episode. Then we're going to go to, I think it's Ha Ha Tonka Park, where there's the ruins of what used to be a castle, a 60-room mansion that was built, which is now a state park, before the waterway was dammed up. A beautiful location, and it's just the ruins of it. But once again, this limestone or quartz crystallized in the granite rock, and then finally there's a castle, a castle in Springfield, Ohio. Like I said, all three are haunted. The thing is, that quartz can affect electromagnetism. We know that. And these rocks are massive rocks, and they're just filled with quartz. And the big thing about hauntings and all that stuff is like you measure the electromagnetism. There's changes in it. And I just wonder if there's a correlation between the materials that are making up these places and the alleged haunting that goes on there. So we'll take some instruments and whatnot. Anybody out there who is kind of nerdy, John, or into this stuff, Fred, and has some advice on what instrumentation to take and all kinds of stuff, let me know. It'll be a little bit, but I want to put together a package of materials and just, do some science, man, have some fun. Fred's probably working. He's probably working, so he'll catch it later on. I did talk to him, was it last night or the night before we talked? And I'll probably do an episode with Fred. It'd be nice to get Fred out here. I don't know if he can, but it would be nice to get Fred out here and go on one of these, especially to the hotel down in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. So anyways, I think that's it. Ann, how you doing? I appreciate you all. Margaret, we'll see you soon. Let's have an awesome 2025. Help me out if you can. Share the ETA file stuff with your fellow Elvis people, and feel free to, like I said, copy that link and share it on your social media. Explain to people, your friends, how subscribing actually really helps the channel, just as it does with the Ryan files. We talk about it all the time. And then, just have an awesome weekend. It's going to get cold. Just be careful. Be mindful. Just be smart about the weather. If you're going to go a long distance, have a backup plan. Make sure your fuel is topped off. Make sure maybe you have some secondary way of heating in case the electricity goes out. Just think about all those things. And that's why I think it's important to have this episode coming up at the end of January about prepping. So, but we'll get to that anyways. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Amazing weekend, like I said. Stay warm, stay safe. And then I will catch you this coming Tuesday with Cryptids of the Ozarks with Josh Heston. And then the following Thursday, we'll be talking to Moses Snow on the ETA files. That's about it. You guys are awesome. Keep on rocking. And we will talk with you, probably, I don't know when. It'll be a weird time like this one next Friday, because I guess I'll be in Rockford. So we'll see how it goes, but I'll be in touch. And that's it. Love you guys. Keep on rocking. Cheers.